Howdy howdy. So this will actually be episode 3 also. I recorded episode 3, but apparently the sound didn't work. As you can see, a lot has changed. The previous world kind of crashed. Our mining ship, I was mining with it, and then the cargo bay kind of blew up and went haywire, and every time I logged in after that, it just crashed. Not entirely sure what happened, but as a side note, I was planning on installing some mods, and this just gave me a reason to restart the world. My friend, on the other hand, Crodex, who plays with me, also hates restarting new worlds. So I gave him one of his old ships back, which is this huge thing, this Deep Explorer, and the scrapper over here. And there's an assault ship, but this is a different one. This is something he's built since then. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be. And then I don't know where his Hornet went. Maybe he scrapped it. He had a little assault ship. Oh, nope, it's right there. This is his little Hornet. He has made some changes to it. As you can see, the purple thrusters, one of the mods adds new thrusters. That's kind of cool looking. So that's a bonus. Another mod adds these nifty screens to give you lots of information. You just pop up a LCD screen, which is normal. Put LCD in the brackets like that in the name. Use text commands for the public title, and then private text you can have different commands. This one's got inventory to show me the components. The ingots one is ingot. So inventory S star plus ingot, and it's called I think automated LCD screens or something like that. So if you look on the Steam Workshop, all this stuff's on there. This one, Echo, just writes whatever you type. So yeah, it says ores waiting to be processed, and then all the different ores. Looks like all our ores are processed, and we've got some ice hanging out. And then this one's just power. Oops, that's the public text. That gets written automatically. This is what you control for power. So, and you can set the different colors and text and everything as per normal LCD screens anyway. So, nifty stuff. And it's actually a script, so it's not really a mod. So if you open up a programmable block and edit, you just can throw this. You can get browse workshop. Oh, why am I dying? You're still dying. Well, and then you can just download it. Not sure which one it is. It's one of those. Not entirely sure. I gotta figure out if I'm actually getting hurt here. 49%. Why am I? Oh, I took my helmet off. Whoops! Don't hit that button. So let's heal back up real quick. That was silly of me. Why is my health going back and forth? That's weird. I was being hurt by the healing. Anyway, another mod we added, looks like he's been attacked, is, as you can see, adds drills. This is definitely a modded drill. Massive thing. Sorry about that. And these are actually pirate ships that Crodex has captured and is in the process of grinding down. And you can see there's some more pirates out there hanging out. Daniel Jackson. That's an interesting name for a pirate. So lots of cool stuff. Also, I had a mining ship, but the server started to lag, and I was actually connected to Gix's Deep Explorer here, Gix Deep Explorer, and while he was drilling, because I was picking up some of the materials to bring back here to the base, and it freaked out and blew up. Kind of sucks. So be careful when you're connected through connectors to large ships. It can mess things up a bit. Another mod we have sorts cargo automatically. You put it in brackets in the name, and P is the priority. The higher number, the lower priority. So P1 would be the highest priority. And if if you come here to see all the cargo that we have, we got an ingot one, we have components, it's P4 of 200, which it'll, if it's already got stuff in it, it'll keep it in there, but otherwise it won't pull any more in until, like, see if I, oh, that one's full, that's why it won't let me. That one's empty. So if we throw them in here, this one's an ore, so it'll actually come out of here, come into the cargo P5 and cargo P4 after a couple minutes. There it goes. See, so in this one we wanted 200 of them, so only 200 came. The rest went to this one, which is like the default location for them all. So just quick and easy. That way we can come up here, grab what we need real quick, just a few, and it will update. So first things first, let's get rid of these basic tools. The new tools that they added are freaking awesome. Love them. So they are a little more expensive to make, but they're well worth it. Actually, I should probably have kept that so I can show you the difference, if you haven't already noticed or found them. Make a basic grinder and welder. So this is a basic grinder. Takes its own amount of time grinding things down. Not a problem, right? Where's my menu? I can hear it. And need welder. Basic welder, so they welds it back up. Not too shabby, but the elite versions, much faster. And welds just as quickly, so they're freaking awesome. There's several different ones now. So if you go to your tools, so you got the regular grinders, regular automatic rifle, regular welder, and regular hand drill. And then you got an enhanced grinder, which is a little more expensive. As you can see, a little more cobalt looking. Proficient grinder, which is even faster. It takes silver, and then the elite, which is now platinum. So they're freaking awesome. Same thing with the welder. They just get a little more expensive to make, but they're all still pretty cheap, so well worth it. The hand drill, same thing. They get a little more expensive. The assault rifles, on the other hand, so you get the automatic rifle, then you get the precise automatic rifle, which shoots a little slower than the regular automatic, but it's a lot more precise. It's a much smaller spread. And you get the rapid fire automatic rifle, which has a larger spread than the regular, but it shoots a lot faster too. And then the elite one, which I believe is this one with the little crown, that one is kind of a mix of these two. It's not as precise as the precise, but it's more precise than the regular automatic, and it's faster than the automatic, but not as fast as the rapid fire automatic. So if you get into shooting things, that's great. This is from a mod, and I have no idea entirely what they do, so if you check out that mod, have at it. I added the mod so I can get the portals, but it adds those weird weapons, and I'm guessing that's where these names are coming from. Teltec ZPM fighter, and there's a Gold, Alkesh. Guess if you're a Stargate fan, you'd probably recognize those. So that's kind of the update where we're at. We just got a simple little base. Crodex has probably got a ton of resources in here, I'm betting. Oh, he's already transferred him to the base. Nice. Because I remember he had like 800,000 iron that he was drilling on an asteroid. Let's see. Where's our... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's already been processed and everything. Awesome. This trinium is a modded item. You don't normally see it. And there's also some other ores, but they only show up on here. The modded items only show up on here when you actually have some. So see how it's got scrap and then trinium. It doesn't know exactly what that is, but it knows it's a component, or what is that, ingots. So it sticks it in there anyways, even though it doesn't have the little graphs. Also, if you look on here, you got superconductor coils, which I think, I don't know if they're actually a modded item or not. Maybe they're not. But shield. See how it says 16 on shield. We got shield components. And that's definitely a modded item. We don't have a shield up yet and running. Okay, I'm surprised he hasn't fixed these. Or if he realizes they're broken. They need lots of different parts too. Well, let's go ahead and fix that real quick. That's not what I want. Where's the scrubber? He's got it over here because he's been scrapping. One of the mods, that's the assault scrapper, dang it. One of the mods also increases the max speed to 500, which is great, but sometimes definitely takes some getting used to. And let's come on over here. Whoa! New thrusters on this thing makes it a lot more maneuverable. So you gotta get used to the new thrusters if you get them. Another one of the mods adds twin grinders, twin welders. They're quite a bit more expensive than the regular ones, but they have a larger range and they're faster. So, but it is proportionately more expensive. So it makes sense. Ultimately, it's all good. I'm betting this doesn't have any solar panels. So I might have some of the pieces to repair, but we'll have to get some new solar panels. Oh, there's an antenna there. I want to break that stuff. As you can see, he's big on using solar power. Of course, it's a lot harder now that the sun actually moves. Let's connect here, and we'll get some panels going. Whee! Connect right up. Production. Let's start building mass quantities of solar panels. And I got turned around. Whee! Follow the zap zap. Oh, apparently we need some computers in there as well. Actually, most of these have their solar panels. Maybe... okay, they're still going to need some more. So not a problem. Some of these, and he's got some straight that he needs to build, so... let's get this thing fixed up for him. Actually, I think he's going to scrap it and rebuild it because it's been malfunctioning. Because it came from an older world, it might have some issues with the upgrade. What? Oh, he added oxygen generator. That's awesome. Surprised he didn't just add it. Did he add it on this one too? This one doesn't even have a cockpit anymore. Interesting. But yeah. So we'll go ahead and let that build anyways. So today I need to build a new mining ship. Well, maybe not. I might be able to actually start working. Ow. Well, that's the nice thing about this thing. We have. This tells us what we have and what we need. Yeah, we still need to go mining. We definitely need some more nickel. And maybe some platinum. Mostly nickel though. So, yeah, we need to get a mining ship up and running again. So let's build a new mining ship. And apparently having this hyper thing really kind of slows down the server. Oh, wow, they're already done building all those. Love the hyper modules. It's another mod, which basic vanilla has these, productivity module for faster productivity, effectiveness, for more. You don't use it on an assembler, you can use it on a refinery to get more ingots out of an ore, which is good. Power efficiency, drops the power usage on them, and so those are the vanilla. Then the mod adds junky versions, which are cheaper but have less effective, advanced, which are more expensive and quite a bit more effective, and then hyper, which are really expensive but well worth it. I've got 5 of these on here. So the one is sharing to the 2 assemblers, and then each one has 2 on their own. And why does it slow down so much? If you go to the assembler, you see that 725% productivity. So these 2 make producing all my components super fast. I've also got 2 hypers, or 4 hyper, so 2 hyper productivity and 2 hyper effectiveness, each on the refinery here, which is awesome. Whee! Okay, I don't know what is going on, but it's definitely slowed down. So if you go into the refinery, we got 600% productivity and 193% effectiveness. So those hypers are well worth their cost. Especially if you can get them early on game, but early game you usually are tight on resources. So a lot of our resources has come from well, pirating the pirates. they keep sending drones, we attack them, grind them down, and they gave us other resources. That'll teach them, huh? And as a result, that's where the vast majority of our uranium has come from, and we've got 162 uranium hanging out. So, good stuff. So, I'm gonna try and figure out why it's super slow, and I will be right back. Oh, I'm back. Not really sure what the slowdown is. I'm thinking it's just general server load. But, oh well. As you can see, come down here. Codex actually added a large cargo container down here. And, because of all the stuff he was unloading. And we have lots of supplies. Very nice. Because of that. So, very good source of resources is pirating other ships. So have fun with that if you choose to do that. But we need something that can get around fairly quick and easily, and yeah, generally get us some good stuff. So we'll start. So what we're gonna do here is place this thing. Of course, I need resources for this, because you can't do anything without parts. So, because I don't need these anymore. So I'll grab some of those, I'm not entirely sure all what I'm going to need for what I want. But, so start out with that thing. Oh, wrong button. Motors. So we got that little thing, and then we just want a small reactor sitting on top. This is to provide some power, and then a projector so that we can have, and that cross shape, see how there's different sides? That crosses the top, and that one is the front. So if you ever build a projector and wonder why your ships are always funky sided, check those things. So construction components, computers, reactor components. So reactor components, what else did we need? Let's go find out. Metal grid and large steel tubes, 2 more computers. Why is that not? Don't need any of those. We need 2 more computers and 2 more tubes. And we might want to grab some uranium. Probably don't need more than 2. Server lag. Oh, metal grids. Silly me. Silly. Not those. Whoa. Yeah, lag can be a pain. Alrighty, nifty nifty. Pop on that. We have control panel, projector, blueprints. These are different things that we can build that I've saved. Long time ago I built a solar power plant. That's all its purpose was to collect solar energy and store on batteries. And then you can dock your ship, charge your ship up, and be good. These were some scissor arms I was building for bases, but unfortunately blueprints don't allow you to have more than one grid, and each one of those arms is a different grid. So kind of failed, and then I got his stuff. You can also anything that you subscribe to on the Steam Workshop could pop up in here too if you subscribe to blueprints on there. So we you have that option. So what I'm actually going to do is go into a creative world, build a ship that I can bring back here and build on here. Let's go ahead and shut that off because we don't need to waste uranium. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be right back. Hello, and I'm back. Actually, I decided to show this just in case if you guys are wondering how to make sure you have mods. So I went into New World, Custom World, and then you just want to choose Creative. This is going to be Creative World. Doesn't really need a description. Online mode, I want it to be private because I don't really want other people to join me. It's just going to be me. I want it to be safe because it's mostly for just building stuff. Now to add mods, you click on the mods button there, and these are all the mods that I have subscribed to on the Steam Workshop. I don't want them all, so I just hit that. If you want individual ones, say you just want to build a world, you want to play with the drill and maybe the grinders or something, you can add individual ones as well. So, but I want all of them on there. So, and then you can go into advanced settings and change lots of stuff. Creative doesn't really need inventory size assembler and refinery because you don't need to reassemble or refine anything in creative mode. And inventory size is infinite. Welding speed, again, doesn't really matter, but because everything's built instantly. You can, however, grind some things down if you want to build a scenario, like if you do this scenario editor mode, and then that would build new scenario that would pop up on here. I'm not entirely sure how that works out because I built a new scenario building my new world that you've seen a minute ago, and it's not showing on here. So, and then you can go to world generator. You can have the old school versions of just those specific asteroids, or you can just have the infinites. I like the infinites. Not that it really matters with this, so we'll actually go with low density and low density there. So for whatever reason we do need to find asteroid or something, we can have it, but not that big a deal. Back to here, world size can be unlimited. Respawn ship doesn't really matter, so I'll just go hold down, it's disabled. View distance doesn't really matter. A lot of this for the creative world, like I said, doesn't really matter. However, I do want copy paste enabled, mostly because I'm going to be if I want to try different versions of the same ship, I can copy paste, make my edits, and it'll be a lot faster rather than rebuilding the whole thing. Weapons enabled doesn't matter. Enable oxygen, a lot of this stuff really doesn't matter because in survival you can't die anyway. But we don't really want to deal with pirates, so we want to make sure our cargo ships is off, which is not an option anyway, and disable drones because we don't want to deal with them right now. This is mostly for just picking up or building things. So that should be good. Let's build our world, and I'll be back once I get in there. Bye. Okay, we are back. So in creative mode, as you can see, you just point click, left click adds, right click deletes. So just takes some getting used to changing the controls because I'm used to my right button being jump in games. So it might be a little bit different that way, but that's how it is. We all like what we like. Woo. Okay, nice little base program here. And, oh yeah. It's a good thing I don't really care about the space. I'm going to end up deleting stuff out of it periodically when I try and jump still. So the basic things that we need for... Actually, we really don't need all this stuff. see, there is no limit on the distance. So we want to have different things. Cockpit, of course. We're going to want drills. We're going to need reactors. One of the mods I added adds some of these nifty big reactors, which is cool. And actually, I think I'm going to use this one. It's kind of expensive, but it puts out a lot more power. And we're going to be using some modified thrusters, so we're going to need the extra power. Question is, which one do we want? That one is 120. Any, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with this one. Ooh. Where did our ship go? Whoa, that thing's huge. But we probably won't need any other power source, even with all the reactor or all the thrusters we're going to have. So we want some large cargo containers so that we can store all our stuff. We need probably some large thrusters as well. We're also going to need some conveyors for all of this. So let's go with conveyors first. Well, let's build the conveyors as we need them. Wow, these thrusters are huge. We might not need big ones. In fact, we'll just use the small ones. But we are going to use tier 3. Which, so if these are vanilla thrusters, all up here, and then these are all modded thrusters. So T1 is actually twice as powerful as the regular thrusters, but as you can see, for a small ship 1111, they are a little bit more expensive. Same thing with level 2, which is twice as powerful as these, therefore 4 times as powerful as that. These are 8 times as powerful as vanilla, and the Angel Fire thrusters are 16 times as powerful. But as you can see, they're quite a bit more expensive, and they take advanced thruster components to build. So, which I wonder if we have an assembler on this thing. I'm sure there is somewhere. Let's see if we can come in here. There we go. We have some access there. So advanced, so thruster components. Oh, there's 2 different. That's interesting. So there's probably 2 mods that add these, and they look like they're identical though. So regular thruster component takes 10 iron, 3.33 cobalt, 0.33 gold, and 0.13 platinum. Advance is 100 iron, 33.33 cobalt, 33.33 silver, 3.33 gold, and 1.33 platinum. So a ton more expensive to build these things. But as you know, with our other resources, we can probably afford that. So we're going to go ahead and use the Angel Fire thrusters for this, and so that'll be bonus. So we got, oh, we don't need that reactor, we've replaced the reactor. So let's put the Angel Fire thrusters here, and we want the conveyors. Yeah, that'd be good enough anyway. Small conveyor tube is not available for thrust, so that's okay. So let's build this around, whoa, these things are huge. So this is going to be a good sized ship, even though it's a small ship. How do we want to do this? I'm going to kind of plan out what we want and maybe build it, and I will be back. Okay, we're back. This is the monstrosity that is my new ship. As you can see, right clicking, it drills big holes, and drilling, it drills big holes. But yeah, this is the monstrosity that I've come up with. Kind of ugly, but it definitely gets the job done. Huge earthbreaker drills. Lots of thrusters because there are 3 large cargo containers inside there, and it is fast as well, which is good because these are all tier 4 thrusters. And yeah, this thing is crazy. So even with 191,000 kilograms of mass, I did some drilling real quick. Obviously with the creative, these have no limit, but right now it's at 49,000, which I believe the large cargo container with the ×3 inventory has 46,000. So it's almost a full cargo container of iron on this size of ship. So pretty good, but oh, and I have to shut off the large thrusters. But see, getting up to speed, we're still overloaded. But look, see how fast we get up to speed and how fast we slow down, which is great. So we're maneuverable, and we can get the job done. Show you the drilling. Turn the lights on. It's kind of blinding. I'm thinking I might need to put some of these spotlights. Change the spotlights a bit. So, as you can see, lots of gyroscopes, lots of thrusters because these things get heavy. Got an oxygen generator so that I can get some ice and survive in the cockpit here. So we want to turn down the intensity, but increase the radius. So it doesn't need to be as bright, but we want further away so we can see. Whoa! Yeah. Need to shut off those back thrusters. So yeah, turn these things on to show you the drilling power. But yeah, those back thrusters need to be off for this. So these are the only 2 thrusters when I'm actually drilling that will be pushing me into the mountain. Those 4 huge ones is just too big, and I actually broke one of my drills in my testing. So yeah, I needed to tone it down a bit. So as you can see, 2,000, 20,000, they drill fast. Lots of resources very quickly. And this hole was made by right-clicking. So left click to drill stuff, right? So and then right-click to just scrap it to get it out of the way, and you can drill into asteroids this way. And as you zoom out, you can see that I'm digging a tunnel pretty quickly with this thing. So if you have to go through a lot of stone to get to the center of the asteroid, these will power through. And the nice thing about this ship design is it's extendable. If I really want to add some more large cargo containers. Oh, what am I drilling? I think I've hit a base. Hit the base. This. No. What is that? I mangled a ship apparently. That was just hiding in the base. Wow, that's interesting. It's kind of cool though. There's a random ship just hiding in the base here with some gold on it apparently. 500 gold. So if you go digging into the asteroid, look for that, I guess. It's interesting. But yeah. And as you can see, it makes big holes. So yeah, you can come into a creative mode and shut those things off. We can always adjust it later too. So yeah, you can come into creative mode and build yourself a ship. So now I will show you how to save it. So however, I kind of want to get rid of all the inventory. I don't want it to come across with that stuff. So I need to find out where a connector is to get rid of this stuff. You know what? I think it's got like a drop point somewhere that they used before. Or you just use ejectors to spit it out. Is that over here? What is this? That's just a hallway. Ah, there they are. So, but that'll be way too slow. I'm not just going to spit it out piece by piece. So, we will do this. On top of this, we shall build a connector. Don't need those anymore. One of these days I'll get it. Voila, connector. Run over here to our ship. Flip upside down. There needs to be some more light here. Can't see a thing. Distances are deceiving in space. Whoa, there we go. Connect up. And go to inventory. Wow, they got a lot of cargo containers. Oh, apparently it sucked it over automatically. Very nice. Refineries probably have it somewhere. There it is, Refinery 4 took it all. Which works, because I don't want it to be copied over. I guess if you really want to, you can, but that's a little too cheating to me. Okay, so now I am turned around. There's our... no, that's the landing, that's the pad. Zoom, zoom. Those large thrusters makes a huge difference. Okay, come out. This is the ship we want. Let's make sure. Oh, yeah. Character tools, just to be safe. Because we were kind of dinking around there, crashing into stuff. Okay, I didn't damage anything great. Okay, so to post, you just grab a block and then hit Control C. Now you've copied. So now I got a copy of it. Hit F10 and it brings up this nifty thing, and you hit Create from Clipboard. And you can go into the details. It'll always be just small ship, whatever. Rename it. Monshadar Minor. Monshadar Minor 1. So this will be, oh, and you can take a screenshot of it. So let's move on out here, have space as our background, stick it in there, and we want a good shot. We don't really want that stuff in the background though, so let's fly off into space. We may have to actually adjust it a bit, to be honest, because the power usage, even with this, all these reactors, so the big ones putting out 59 megawatts, the small ones are 2 each. So you'd think 71 megawatts of power would be enough power, but apparently those things take a lot of power. So, oh, my inertial dampener's off for some reason. That's weird. So this will be, okay, so now we hit F10. We want AS Minor 1, take a screenshot. And voila. Now you have a screenshot for it. I think that ship's faster than flying solo now. Fly back to our little base here. Guess we don't really need to, do we? So ultimately we just need to find a new place for some more reactors. I'll do that off camera. In fact, this is kind of running a long episode, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. And next episode I will show you how to use that projector block that we built at the beginning on the base, and we can build this up. Yeah, and maybe I'll publish this as well, so if you follow me on that on Steam Workshop, you can get this if you really want it. Thanks. Have a good one.